Hello viewers, welcome to Tribune Online TV. I'm Temitope Adetuberu. It's TGIF, thank God it's Friday. And in a bid to make today's worthwhile and interesting for us, we came up with a subject for discussion. Title, How Best to Break Up, How are the ways to handle breakups, and causes and effects of breakups. And to engage us today is a woman par excellence, a wife, a mother, a ministry person, and she is also an on-air personality in one of the famous radio stations in Ibadan, Fresh FM. Welcome with me, Dr. Mrs Adetuberu. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm sure you'd have said a grandmother.
Yes, a grandmother. Wow, how did I miss the house?
No, it's okay, it's fine. No problem. I just wanted to know that
yes,
I'm all encompassing,
wow,
as it were.
Good. I mean, Mommy, it's a privilege to have you here.
My pleasure.
You know, we all look up to you, women like you in the society, women who have impacted. So, looking at youth, let's go down to the topic.
Okay.
One of the things that affects youth majorly is, you know, at a particular age in time, you know it's time for you to get hooked up with someone, with a guy or a lady. But at times you get to make mistakes, maybe going into the wrong relationship. Some even go into the right relationship, but end up being, you know, the wrong relationships. So, we came up with the topic, how best to break up.
I have a nickname or a slogan called, I normally put it this way, trace it, face it, erase it, and start replacing it. You see, for every challenges we have in life, we have to check the roots and trace the roots. You know, you're talking about relationship. Why do I have to break up? Why do I have to get into an abusive relationship? Why do I have to be struggling with my relationship? The root cause is the foundation. And you know, I am passionate about the roots, the foundation. If you can't trace it, you cannot face it.
All right, man. I think we should just start from the beginning.
Exactly.
What are the causes and effects?
Now we're thinking and talking. Now, looking at the roots, any child that is from a dysfunctional home is naturally dysfunctional. If your parents had issues, probably it could be monogamous, it could be polygamy. You know, sometimes we think when you are from a monogamous family, everything is fine, you dot the I's and cross the T's. No. Sometimes in a family system that is even monogamous, you could find in a relationship with the dad and the mom that is abusive, in the sense that if a child looks like the dad and is quiet, and there's so much reaction to, dad is too quiet, dad is too calm, dad is too cool. And suddenly you have a child that looks exactly like you. The things that they hated in you and they are reacting to in you is now the picture of your child. Now, you and your wife, you are together, it's a monogamous home, but the child is being crushed. The child is being killed emotionally. And you know, when you are sick emotionally, it's not visible.
Yes,
you don't, extra will never show an emotional sickness. It's the manifestation that you begin to see. And when you see those manifestations, it's like, I don't know where this girl came from. Where did she got it from? My dad and my husband and I were together, we are fine. They don't understand the root and the dynamics of what is going on. That's coming from a monogamous home. What about a polygamous home? A polygamous home is a Fuji house of commotion. That different parties here. I used to say this way, PDP 1, PDP 2. You know, they have different parties. Now, a child that grew up from such a system is naturally not normal, abnormal. Because every child speaks different love languages. We have different personality type. We are not the same. Now, if a child is from such a background which dad and mom, they are not just together, you saw each other, you saw them beating each other, you saw serious major conflict in that home, take it or leave it. You can send that child to Harvard. Let her become a professor, a damaged professor, damaged doctor, damaged pastor, damaged banker. And we all push ourselves into society, majoring on the minor part of life, which is, oh, I want to achieve. A lot of people are even achieving just to reply the voice of their pain. Oh, I'm going to tell my dad. Maybe your dad, it's a monogamous home, but your dad wanted a boy, and now comes a girl. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
and before you know it, boy, boy, boy. And the mother will say, no, this girl is also good, she's intelligent, whatever. Suddenly, you are replying the voice of your pain. You are trying to impress everybody that what a boy can do, what a girl can do, a boy can also do, vice versa. That puts you on a spot as a child. Everything is going into relationship. 14 invincible people goes into a marriage relationship. 14.
Wow.
Everything you saw your dad did to your mom is going into that relationship.
Wow.
Every statement that is made, you know, sometimes when people say things to us, you are not intelligent, you are a dummy, you are this and that, all those words they are like a cement. They set into your ears.
Yes,
it's going into that relationship. Probably there's something about you. Maybe you are the type of a person that wants to just be in your world. It's not that you are not nice. It's not that you are proud. But that's your person. Your personality is going into that relationship. Who you are. You know, sometimes some people are not naturally out there. They're just inside, but they're not dummies. They're intelligent. But the world wants them to be bubbling over and all of that. It's also going into that relationship. Now, every relationship you've had that has broken your heart is also going into that relationship. So when you are talking about breakup, it's deep. It's all-encompassing. It's multi-dimensional, is multifaceted. It's not just one thing that leads to something. And that's why I said it's only here we don't respect professionals. People, when they are sick now, the next place they go is to chemist. That's why you have a doctor. A doctor will understand the prognosis and give the diagnosis. And at the end of the day, you are getting a good result. But if you go to a chemist, the person just, okay, take so. I don't want to give anybody cheap publicity here. You know, go to so and do something. But at the end of the day, you are not getting the result because nobody is tracing the root of the challenge. So now that people are breaking up and it's just too overwhelming, nobody is getting to the root of it. And as an individual, if you're able to trace it, you can face it. If you understand where is the point of my woundedness, what happened to me, who said what, who did what, who allowed what. Some that were raped and molested. There's nobody, there's no girl that is raped and is molested in any relationship that can ever be stable in any relationship. It's not possible if you can't trace it. And a lot of people dance to a music they don't know is playing the rhythm.
Wow.
You understand?
Yes,
they just find that I can't stay here. I want to, let me explore. I can't settle down. I have strong sexual urge. My sexuality has been damaged. I'm a therapist, so I understand the dynamics of sexual struggle. People are just, or maybe you are a child as growing up, one elderly sister or one brother somewhere to a man or to a woman touches you wrongly. It stays in your mind, sets there like a cement. It's sorted. Now, you just grow up and find out what's wrong with my sexual urge. Some of them don't even have so many things. Low self-esteem. You don't even believe in yourself. People are saying, wow, you are good, you are intelligent, you are dynamic. Say, forget it. You know, even if you have achieved, I've seen people that have achieved, and yet they go crack cocaine, they crack those stuff, they take things, they get into drugs and into wrong relationship, and you're wondering, what is happening? This person is bigger than this, is better than this. What's the problem? The root cause is where are we coming from? So we are tracing it. And it's a lot. It's deep.
Yes, Mom.
I met a lady some years ago. I went to preach in the States, and she came, you know, it was winter. The weather was cold. Even me that I'm from Nigeria, I was like, okay, let me just get out of here. And part of her books was outside. And it's like, fortunately, she got some of my books, so I need to do an autograph for her. And I just asked her, I said, why do you dress like this? She said, nothing. And if a woman tells you there's nothing, there's so many things. So I just, because I understand the dynamics of baggages and all of that, I just asked her, I said, tell me about your mom and your dad. She said, well, I'm raised by a single mom. My dad left us. And he always tells me that I'm a boy. I'm a boy. You look like a boy. You don't look like a lady. So she just told me, she said, the only thing that looks like lady in me is my boobs. And she started crying. Now, if you want to judge such a girl, you won't even know that she was just dancing to a music. She doesn't know he's playing the rhythm. And that's why you see everybody in the world, they look so good, they have achieved. But somehow, something is just wrong somewhere. And X-ray will not see this. It's not visible.
Well, I'm actually lost in this conversation.
I know. I saw you.
Oh my God. I mean, youth out there, please, you must not miss this. So, Ma, what are the solutions?
The way out, like I said, is to trace it. If you cannot trace it, you see, you have to come to terms to the fact that, okay, something is wrong with me. You know, you have to come to yourself. Because one of the things that happens when you're struggling like this is denial. You just, nothing is wrong, I'm fine. So you hide it under excessive makeup. You hide it under bleaching. You hide it under sleeping around. You hide it under pornography. You hide it under masturbating. You hide those things under. So until denial stops, nothing can change. It's swept under the carpet, but it's still there.
It means you have to face it.
You have to trace the roots. That's the number one thing. You don't have to be in denial. You don't have to, you know, if you are emotionally sick, you know.
Yes.
It's only you that knows.
Yes,
because it's a private struggle. It's not physical. It's not, nobody sees it, but they can see when you snap, or you shut down, or you are rude, or you are nasty for no reason. And you just ask yourself, why did I just say something wrong now? Or was I just rude now? What did I do? Then you are now getting to know that, okay, something is wrong with me. The moment you come to terms to the fact that something is wrong with you, that is the beginning of recovery. And listen to me, if you don't recover, you cannot discover your destiny. That's why I've seen women that they've had 5 children for 5 different men. First, second, third marriages hardly works. The demon you did not conquer in this one, you can't conquer in the other one. That's another topic on its own. Now, the moment you can trace it and know that, okay, there's a problem here, then you get someone you confide in. You see, we are living in a world of facade, makeup, cosmetic, we cover everything up. You know what you just want everybody to think everything is fine, but you are dying on the inside. Now, don't cry before someone that will not say sorry to you. No. Talk to someone that you just want to. The person may not even have anything to say, may not even have answers, but just for someone to just hear you out. And it's a person that knows your weaknesses, knows your struggle, and still believes in you. That's why we call them comforter and a confronter. Such people, when they know that, okay, this is this person's struggle, they help you to find your destiny to flame. They help you to become the best you are destined to become. And yet, they are not pampering your weaknesses. If you are someone that you know that you were raped growing up, you were molested growing up, and your problem is just having to go with guys, even the ones that they beat you, they hurt you, they slap you, you still go into a relationship with them. Then if you have someone you have opened up and say, no, you can't do that relationship, it's not possible. You cry, you yell, you react, say, no, that's not a good one for you. Is your comforter, is your confronter, and you know the person has your interest at heart. It's not trying to abuse you or take advantage of you and all of that. That's very important. Accountability. Be accountable. After you've been able to trace it, open up to someone, be accountable. Listen, the moment you find yourself, you are able to handle those 3, you are good to go. Honestly, you are good to go, because even if you come and tell me now that you want to get married, I'll tell you, now this guy, you're getting married to this person, look at the way it is, look at the background. Of course, there's also a law of attraction. If you are dysfunctional, you naturally get attracted to a man or a woman that is also dysfunctional. That's what I've noticed, even from the biblical days. Isaac was messed up, Rebecca was superly messed up. Rebecca came from a very dysfunctional home. You know how she's intelligent, she even kept her virginity. So for the fact that you are a virgin and you kept yourself does not make you functional emotionally. Because there was nowhere we're told that Rebecca was dysfunctional. It doesn't look dysfunctional, but his father was not there. There are 5 types of wrong fathers. We have a shadow dad, we have a missing in action dad, we have a boundary buster dad, and we have a critical dad. Now, Rebecca's dad was not the one that gave her out to marry. What was he doing? He just handed the driver's seat of his life to another person, to his brother. For what? And that inflicted pain into the soul of that child. Your father is your hero. Every child's father is their hero. If you have a child that the father is never there for him, that child is messed up. It's an accident that is about to happen. And that was exactly what happened to Rebecca and Isaac's marriage. Isaac took him from a dysfunctional home. Remember the story of Ishmael and Hagar and all of them. He actually saw conflict in a home. When you grow up from a system that there's always a consistent fight and conflict, you are not normal. You can go to Harvard and become a professor, a doctor. You can get to the peak of your career, but you are not normal. It will show in your relationships. That's where it goes into. Most of these things is when you are now settling down, or you're about to settle down. Say, okay, something is wrong with me. Maybe you are the kind of person that will just shout, or you don't even believe in a woman. Most of the time, when you even see your dad beats your mom, you are naturally dysfunctional. So it's very, very deep, and people don't talk about it. It's so painful.
So I'm going to pick from your last word. People don't talk about it. Why don't people talk about it?
Tradition, culture, shame. It's shame, actually. And the only thing that is not redeemable is death. Shame is redeemable. People, because we are in a world of wearing masks. We just cover everything up. Because really, you can't blame people for not opening up and all of that, because basically, some people don't even know who to open up to.
That's right.
And religion is not even helping the matter, because they just spiritualize depression, they spiritualize aggression, they spiritualize shame. They are telling you, read the Bible, you are depressed, you are losing your mind. And they are telling you to read the Bible, and you are wondering, excuse me.
That's not what I need right now.
You can't even read, you can't concentrate. So church that's supposed to be a solution is not even helping the matter at all. So people are looking for help from wrong places. So sad.
Wow. So man, now talking about people that have their life all together, their father and mother, they're fine. They're, you know, they're growing up also beautiful, but you still find out that this guy is still going into relationships and it doesn't lead to marriage. Some are at the verge of getting married and they still break up.
It's still part of dysfunctionality. You know, we speak different love languages. Well, if you, as a child, your love language is words of affirmation, quality time. Your dad is always traveling, he's never there. You are messed up. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
your love language is words of affirmation. And anytime in that house, any little thing that you do that is wrong, is not appreciated, is not validated. They say things to you that you feel like being suicidal. Now it's a monogamous home, everything you physically, you see, when it comes to emotional issues, it's not visible. It's not physical, you're not seeing it. Now, if a child comes from a system that her love language is giving of gift, I say, Dad, I want this. Says, no, you don't want it, you are too this, you are too that. Naturally, you're thinking, maybe the child, you think the child is materialistic. No, it doesn't have to be a big gift. Just say, oh, so that I just got this for you, my baby, and say, wow, Daddy loves me. That's a love language, you know. It's not the size of the gift. Pardon me. It's not the size of the gift. It's just that, oh, you are thinking of me, you got me this. Wow, Daddy, thank you. That's all. And if a child is shut down and the love language is not spoken, it will meet a guy that just buys him something or buys her something, vice versa, and she will just be trapped. Thinking, oh, he loves me. No. At the end of the day, the man can even be a user or an abuser, but she'll be there because give me a car, give me clothes, bought this for me. It's a whole episode. It's like 3 hours teaching.
If we continue, we can go on and on and on and on this topic. But Ma, before we end, can you give what's your advice for youth? And also, if there's a way that people can, you know, get to have, opportunity to hear you speak to this.
You can follow me on my Instagram page, Mrs Adetuberu. That's my Instagram page. Then I am on radio. On Fresh FM. She Matters every Sunday in Ibadan 3 to 4, in Abeokuta 2 to 3 every Sunday. Well, you can send me an email on cryonmenow@gmail.com or yahoo.com. It's a workload, but we'll get there.
Yes, what's your advice for youth?
Now, my advice is this. Your background should not put your back on the ground. You have a choice. Life is a choice. You make your choice, your choice makes you. We're all products of our various choices. Coming from a dysfunctional home, having a dysfunctional parenting, having raised from the ghetto, whatever, does not stop you from fulfilling destiny. You've traveled, maybe you're watching me from any other part of the world, a part of Nigeria. I used to tell them abroad, I said, you have traveled abroad, travel abroad, travel inside, and ask yourself some mind-probing questions. This and this and this about me, is it normal? Do I take to correction? Do I want to be confronted? Do I hate a father figure or image of an elder in my life? Can I handle somebody telling me I'm wrong? Do I just go in there and shut down? Like recently, a 9-year-old girl, her mom confronted her and she started packing her things. 9-year-old girl.
Where is she going to?
Honestly, I told the mom, I said, tell her to pack out. Because that's dangerous. That tells you that that girl will be married one day and just little disagreement she will pack out. It's a bad sign. What I'm saying is that look inward. Some of us, we may not be able to, you cannot cry over spilled milk, but you clean the mess. That's the way I am. That's how I think. If you have 10 crates of eggs on your head now and everything poured into the sand, you can't fry it. But you clean the mess so that someone else will not slip off while passing through the path. And that's what I'm telling you. If you don't deal with this thing, it's going to affect your children. It's going to destroy your home, destroy your future. So before you go into any relationship at all, before you choose to add another life to your life, do something with your baggages. How high can you fly with 10 bags of cement on your head? How fast can you run with a bag of cement on your head? It's not possible. You cannot go further than what is on. I've seen people that have potentials. They are good with what they're doing, but their human relation is horrible. They can't even get a job because 1 month her job, they just told them, please, you can go, because the attitude is not nice. And these are people that they were employed thinking they will add to the system, but they have nothing to deliver in the area of your character. And you use your emotion to relate to your world. So you need to work on yourself. Trace it, face it, erase it, and start replacing it. Then of course it's like garbaging in and garbaging out. The moment you discover where you're coming from, you know that this I'm messed up, I've been really, really abused, shattered and battered as a woman or as a man. The next thing is start replacing it. You have to be accountable. You have to go through recovery classes. You have to be able to be vulnerable. You have to be able to tell someone, now I feel like masturbating, what do I do? Now I feel like going to the club and sleep around, how do I handle it? Somebody that will know those things about you, I still believe you and say, no, you don't have to go through that route. Somebody that will help you to become the best. And you know, it's so difficult to have somebody that you can be intimate with, but you have to look for one. You just have to get one, or else. As a matter of fact, in the world today, we're already living on an explosive bomb because nobody's addressing these things. And that's why you see cultists, that's why you see people, rapists, that's why you see robbery, that's why you see crime, cybercrime, all sorts. Is all loaded in the family system. A home from that they told you go and make it by force and by fire. You're going to cybercrime. Everybody stems from a home. And it's so much to be talked about. I've taken all of it.
Wow, thank you so much for this time. We look forward to having you on other topics and pressing issues about the country, about everything. Thank you so much, ma'am.
My pleasure.
Viewers, thank you for listening. Like she said, we are products of our family, we are products of our background. Or the important is the issue from the root. Don't stay spoiled, don't stay destroyed, seek for help. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to like and follow us at Tribune Online TV. Drop your comments at the comment section. Once again, I'm Temitope Adebuyi. Enjoy the rest of the day.